3, 2, 1. Go. How does time stop work? So, I'm not the best at explaining it, but the gist of it, from what I understand, is that in Raziel's idle animation, he's like shifting back and forth from left to right. And so when he does that, it actually like shifts his XYZ position from side to side. And so what that can do is so there's things in this game called loading planes, where in order to make it all like seamless, there's certain thresholds that you cross that will cause like the next area over to load in properly, because this is like a PS1 game, right? So with that in mind, if you set Raziel up in the right spot during his idle animation, he can actually like alternate between two sides of a loading trigger. And if you close the glyph menu on the frame that you pass from one side over to the other, that's what activates time stop. It's essentially giving us control of the character like while the menu is up. It's like something about that transition between the two like load zones, like kind of gives us control back. And then time stop has like a shitload of weird properties to it. But probably the most important and why it's like used a lot, well, at least in this category, is that cutscenes don't activate while you're in that time stop mode. And so, for example, when you do the one that I was doing there's like a 2-minute cutscene that plays as you are put outside of like the Sanctuary of the Pillars. And with time stop, you just completely bypass that, and it saves like 2 minutes on its own. Yeah, I don't know who found out about it, but then again, people have been speedrunning this game for like a really long time. So there's a really cool tool-assisted speedrun on taskvideos.org of the PS1 version. That's a really sick watch, and that's for any percent unrestricted. This is all bosses, so meaning I have to kill the 4 brothers. I have to get. Well, you don't. I guess you don't technically have to kill the mini boss that gives you telekinesis, but you need it to kill Rahab, so you might as well, and it's on the way. And then defeat Kain in both spots, because you have to do that because you need the Soul Reaver.
A devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits.
And there's Hundo, which I've learned the route for 100%, and I'd like to do a run of it at some point, but I just kind of want to.
What scabrous riches are these?
Sure, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their
Yeah, no, time stop is like one of the coolest fucking glitches like I've seen in a game. There's just a lot that goes on with it. Oh, come on. I can get him quickly. Okay. This run's bad, but I'll keep going. If I have as much time in Duma as I have been blissfully unaware of, then as long as I just play even up until that point, I should be able to clutch second. I just need to not fucking crash on the last time stop.
However, your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this place. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
If I crash on the last time stop setup, I might see if there's a different loading plane I could use that might be a little bit easier. The only issue is that the enemy you set up off of might aggro if I crash on, so I don't know what the implications are. 3, 4.
You are young yet, Raziel.
You are young yet,
You still
Raziel.
retain many of your vampiric weaknesses. Immersion in water, while not fatal, will dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the
Children
children of your brother, Duma.
Duma.
That's impossible. These foul-scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood.
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I can't see. Okay. I had to believe in the heart of the cards there. I'm jumping over a cutscene trigger there, which would aggro these enemies.
Your physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even
So we're basically
massive
stacking two
obstacles can
cutscenes
be
here at the
moved.
same time, which allows us to move during the
Unfettered
second.
from the flesh, a creature's
So we can
soul
push this
fades
block into
swiftly
place
to the
while we're waiting
spectral
for
realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled
Cthulhu
to
to stop
follow.
yelling at us. There we go. I'll take it. So I closed and reopened this glyph menu in time stop, so that that didn't work. What the fuck? Okay, that'll work though. So that's a time stop teleport. So time is frozen whenever you have this glitch active. That's why it's called that. So none of the enemies are moving either. And so what you can do is you can unmenu and then remenu. I'm just canceling time stop right there so I can go through the door. What you can do is you can unpause and repause next to actors, like that block for example, and it'll store that you were standing next to it during like the whole time stop situation. And when you're next to certain actors like that, it'll change what some of your buttons do, right? So instead of like your your button, like your attack button attacking, it'll like try to push the block, right? And so it allows you to remotely trigger those animations, even though you're not standing next to a block, and you're trying to push a block that's unloaded. So it ends up just teleporting you to a location out of bounds, which you can use to get through the door with time stop, and that lets you skip the cutscene. That's the only one that you have to do without the Soul Reaver. Once you get the Soul Reaver, it makes those tricks a lot easier, because you can do what's called a telestab. And those are a lot easier to set up because you can do jump telestabs, and they will keep you in the air for a little bit, which allows you to set them up. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I had a short jump on that. It was a short jump on the second one, but I managed to clear it somehow, so I'll take it.
Utter desolation. My once proud
Run's not great, but we'll take it.
sword like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
Rude, but I still got it. Yeah, it is really weird that it operates like that. I think the reason it's like that is if you were to like if you were to open like the time stop menu, like let's say you open the time stop menu next to a block, or like the glyph menu next to a block, and it were to like not keep track of the fact that you were there, if that makes sense, then when you like reopened, or like when you like reclose the menu, like how would it know that you're within range to be able to push the block, right? So I think that's why it holds on to that information. It's so that when you come out of the glyph menu, it allows you to like interact with the actor probably. That's my best guess. Good. You did not be holding the camera button there. Good, good, good. Nice. Alright, so we're salvaging this, but this could be a lot better. If I miss the Force Glyph cutscene skip, I'll probably still keep the run going, even though I'm probably at the point where I need to start, like, resetting if I don't get the trick. Yeah, exactly, right. So it's not like checking every frame to see if you're next to the thing. It's interesting too, because once you like, afterwards when you like reclose and then reopen the menu, it clears that that data immediately, which is super nice. So with like the same time stop set, you have to do a very specific, like you have to do a what's called a breakout in order to cancel time stop. So you have time stop active until you choose to cancel it, so you can kind of chain it together in a really nice way. Oh, this one's actually a bit better than I thought it was. Nice, good save. Horrible menuing though. I will gladly lose 11.5 seconds there. Some of that's from the Abyss warp split. That should be a good flight height or flight speed. If you get too much vertical on your flight glitch there, you can clip through the ceiling. That's how I almost ended up losing the last run. I got to this point. Okay, so now we start falling down. Now we're looking for this hallway. That might be a little low. We'll see though. Okay, now we saved it. Good. So it's actually really risky to continue to do that flight there with the speed up glitch. So if you fall too far low or too high up, the downward slanted tunnel deloads, and you need it to be loaded in, because then the area after that doesn't load. So it's like, you need to go through the loading zones in order, or else you're kind of fucking doomed.
Show yourself, creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Kain.
Yes. You should have stayed where the master sent you, Razier. You will
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear.
I think the first time it's fine. As a speedrunner, I do not like Malkaya because his AI just sometimes does not like to behave.
Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk
I think if I had to rate my favorite boss, it would either be Rahab or Zephon.
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
But I'm also biased because doing it in the context of a speedrun is a lot different than how it goes casually. Because Rahab was like really annoying casually because I kept getting knocked off the goddamn pillar. Oh my god, he's taking his fucking sweet time. Holy shit, he actually cooperated. If he gets right in the cage right away, I am like saving 30 seconds here. No. Alright, so he almost perfectly cooperated with me, so I will fucking take it.
Tell me, Melkai, where
Can I find Kain?
The master is beyond your reach,
I need to look at the way like JC Test does it. So I think he has a lot better of a grasp on this fight than I do. But again, my like overall game plan here is just to try to keep it even until I get to Duma, because I apparently just get like I pick up like 50 seconds for free now that I'm better at that fight. I guess. I don't know. Gold, okay, sure.
You have done well, Raziel.
Am I reduced to this? A ghoul, a fratricide.
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melkaya's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through,
And you shall. Just cancel the fight. I don't know. What the fuck? Okay, well I got it, but like, Jesus. There we go. You have to like go through the door there, otherwise you miss the loading plan and you're just soft locked, which is really cool. Yeah, Duma's the one where he chases you through this whole like enclosure, and then you lure him into the room and just burn him alive.
Raziel.
Kain. I love the way Raziel says Kain in this cutscene. It's so funny.
I am your creation, Kain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right.
What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience? You dare to speak to me of conscience? Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed. Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Kain.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Moscow. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
As have you. It's so funny because this is like a 5-minute split, but most of the split is this
Kain's
cutscene.
ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Alright. Sure. Blood Omen 2 gives so much depth to all this if you can't play it before Defiance. Is there a PC release for it at all? Or is it only on consoles?
The blade is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the finishing move.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul
There's a
Reaver,
PC release? Alright, sweet.
Weaver of souls, your
In that
destinies are
case,
intertwined.
we'll take a look.
By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
Yeah, there's a PC
What
version. I'll
are
probably
you,
just play
little
the PC
soul?
version.
Another of Kain's creatures come to taunt this bound spectre.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The pillar of balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
Alright, here we go. See how quickly I get this time stop. Nice. Oh, fuck. I almost missed that. How does the flight glitch work? So... Okay, it's gonna take a sec, but... So, in order to set up the flight glitch, you have to do something called the breakout glitch. So basically, whenever there's... because it's a PS1 game, there's two buttons that you use to turn the camera left and right, right? And when you press both of them at the same time, after a little bit, it'll center the camera behind Raziel. For that, like, first-person mode. And so, you cannot do this while crouched. So if you crouch, then hit both camera buttons, and then pull up the glyph menu, it'll basically make it so that you can move around while in first-person mode. And whenever you have this glitch, it's called a breakout glitch. That's what that, when I say a breakout, that's what I mean by that. And so, when you're in this state, whenever you let, actually, give me a sec. Hold that thought. I need to make sure I don't... Got him. Cool. Okay. So, whenever you're in that state, if you let go of both of the camera buttons, it will cancel whatever animation that you're currently doing. So if you've seen me do those like weird like double crouch jumps a lot, what I'm doing is I am canceling the end of a high jump and then doing another high jump out of it, right? And so the way that the flight glitch works is the animation that you cancel is activating the force glyph that we picked up earlier, and as part of its animation, it starts speeding up like Raziel's character model so he can start spinning really fast. And if you interrupt that animation with this breakout glitch, it makes that speed up permanent. And so this causes, basically when you try to use like the glide button to just glide straight down, if you do it with a proper timing, because of the higher animation speed, you just go upward instead of get sent downwards. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a lot. There's like a lot of layers to it, but that's like the shortest explanation I can probably give. And it's worth noting too that because we need to be in the material realm in order to activate the glyph. We cannot do the flying glitch for the most part when we're in Spectral Realm. Yeah, that's why I got the rune earlier. It might seem like really random, but like you also just move way faster while you're flying too. And there's some things like wing pumpkin. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I call it, where you can press the glide button mid-air to kind of increase your speed. I kind of call it that because it kind of reminds me of the wing smashing from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. There you go. Nice. And so the actual inputs to get flight are you do a crouch jump, hold crouch, and then you tap the glide button at a specific timing for like a particular length of time that's kind of hard to explain. And depending on how you time it will affect how much upward speed that you get. So sometimes you want that high upward speed because your goal is to get up in the air. And other times you don't want that high upward speed because sometimes if you get too much upward speed, it's either too much to control or you go too high too quickly and it gets kind of weird. It's like in that one run we had earlier, I almost lost it because I had so much vertical speed that I almost clicked out of the map and then almost couldn't save myself. So yeah, so that flight right there, you don't even have to do that flight right there. I do it because it's like a little bit faster if you nail it. You can just do some breakout, like jump cancel stuff and just completely skip all over Hobbs domain, which is funny. It's really interesting. So I've learned a little bit of the hundo route, but like I would still need a bit more practice to get super comfortable with it. And pretty much everyone who plays hundo, what they do when they get to here is they just kill Rahab right at the start, and then they get all the optional stuff that's in Rahab's domain, like the upgrades in that. So like the let's see, there's I think one heart piece that you get with Constrict from Duma. Then Fire Reaver. And then you need the Warp Gate as well, but you get that on the way. And then there's a Eldritch Energy that you get via swim, but you just get that on the way out. So you like get the heart piece, then you get the Fire Reaver, then you swim to the Fire Shrine, so you get the Fire Glyph. And then now that you have like at that point you have Constrict, so then you can go and do some of the stuff that you probably skip early.
You have adapted well
in
to
Raziel's domain.
For one so maladjusted.
Do not mock me, Raziel. You of all of us should respect the power bestowed by a limitation overcome. Kain said you would come.
Kain said you would come.
Speak with the murderer?
You would do well to mind your blasphemous tongue.
What more did he tell you?
That you would destroy me.
I will indeed. But tell me, before I tear your soul from its moorings, do you know what we were before Kain spawned us?
Human.
Seraphan Rahab, the antithesis of all we ever believed.
Does it matter? We were lost. He saved us.
Saved us? From what?
From ourselves.
All right. Alright, we got there. It was a pretty shitty fight, but we got there. Oh, I'm golding this split, potentially. Okay. Alright. Whatever you say. I'll shut the fuck up.
Infused with Rahab's soul, you have overcome your former vulnerability to water's touch. Immersion in water will no longer dissolve your physical body, enabling you to swim to areas heretofore beyond your reach. in the mountains.
I need to
beyond
just change the
the
file
pillars,
name, because
north
the reason it's called Force early is because I was messing around with getting the Force gem a bit earlier with 100%.
endowed with Zephon's soul. You may now
But you also
progress
just always use the
where
top
your
file
path
when you
was
save and quit.
hitherto impeded.
Alright. Just need to try to play even here, but if I have a good Zephon, if I have a good Cathedral, I'm not going to be upset. Okay. Yeah, he kind of is though, because you see them and like they're like the human forms and they're just assholes. That was probably one of my favorite like lines from the entire game in Soul Reaver 2 was "I renounce you" after you kill your human self. That was peak fiction. That and also the moment where I saw human Raziel for the first time, I was like, shut the fuck up. It's just like, it's so peak. It's just peak fiction. It's so stupid, but it's so peak. Okay, didn't lose my flight there. Oh lord, oh god damn it. Just take the L, just take the L. God damn it. I usually hit that, I swear. Okay. It's gonna cost me like 20. Probably more. Fuck. There we go. It's not completely doomed yet, because if I nail like the last flight in this section, which is probably the hardest, that doesn't help. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Way too linear in story. Yeah. I feel like some of the puzzles, like, sections were good when you got to play them. It's just you didn't really get to play them. So it's like... Come on, game. Okay, that'll work. better than it usually goes. Alright, we'll take it. Again, I'm just trying to be even going into Duma, because as long as I do that. The other thing too with this PB is that I took a safety save, and so the run I had before this was like a 112, I think, and I had a couple of times where I crashed on the last time stop setup, so I would safety save and get the warp for the Oracle warp pretty much. But if I don't do that, then I save like 20, 30 seconds. So I have that in the tank as well as I can probably just play better. You know, so.
Look around you. See how the human's weapon of destruction has become my home. Indeed, my body. A cocoon of broken granite from which to watch a blue painting.
I really need to study how Vicitus gets up the pipe.
Only scuttling from the shadows to devour a victim already ensnared in your cowardly trap. But you've made the mistake of leaving me unbound, and it is you who must succumb to my will.
Will, instinct, reflex action.
The fucking monster arenas too. That was the other thing.
I warn you, brother. As my stature has grown, so it is matched by my appetite. Step forward, morsel.
Yeah, I think we'll be losing time here, but we'll see. That's pretty unfortunate. We'll still be slightly ahead. Yeah. So I was like 25 there. But...
Consuming Zephon's apostate soul has bestowed on you a new gift. Like his vampire spawn, you're able to scale certain walls which are otherwise impassable, but only in the physical realm. In the spirit world, these insubstantial edifices will not support you.
Good.
This city once teemed with the life of my kind. Could it be that
The walk through the opening cutscene is the same breakout glitch as with Friday. It is, yeah. So you're basically animation canceling opening or close, like opening the door, and you can just walk through during the opening cutscene. It's like it saves. It doesn't save a lot individually, but if you do it all over the course of the run, it ends up saving a lot. On the gates that you can open that you can also phase through with Melchiah's ability, their collision disappears instantly when you do the breakout glitch. You save even more time off of those because you can just start doing your fast movement.
Few that escaped have been reduced to scavengers.
Before we get to like when we're on our way to like actually Duma himself, there's a breakout door skip that I do that will actually allow me to do like a double high jump over a cutscene trigger that normally plays as you're entering like Duma's throne room. So it has other utility as well. Okay, reminder that last time we golded this split by what I would like to describe as a metric fuckload. And I floundered multiple times on getting that flight set up. Which is crazy. I also just love that we get to torch this guy, coincidentally. Or did he not die? Go the first try breakout. Yeah, he lived the fucking flames. That's crazy. Well, that's a little annoying. Just get me in there. Yep. Yeah, so that's that cutscene skip I was telling you about. Good. Now, if I don't like, we're looking pretty solid here going into Duma. I think so long as I don't crash on the goddamn last time stop, I think we're looking pretty good here.
Unbound at last. I thank
Quick nose blow warning.
brother.
Your thanks are assured, Duma. I have not forgotten whose hands bore me into the abyss.
The centuries in limbo have honed my strength. Not even Kain is my equal.
Even the strongest vampire is vulnerable.
We shall test your thesis, Raziel.
My bloodthirst has been superseded by
So the cutscene that we skip going in is really interesting because even though the cutscene trigger is still there, it only triggers if you're walking at it from like a certain direction, which is really bizarre. Oh my god, he's got the fucking zoomies. No. I am so golding this fucking split. Holy fucking shit. Woo! Let's fucking go. Yeah, you can jump over the cutscene trigger and walk back out. It's so weird. It's like, why? Yeah, we're gonna... I think clobber this goal? Well, I don't know if clobber's the word, but that was really good. Holy fuck. Alright. It's not over. It's not over until we start talking to Kain. It's not over till we get to the last Kain fight.
Of spectral energy around your enemies. This energy manifests itself in both the spectral and material realms. And in the physical world, it can be employed to manipulate otherwise immovable objects. In the furthermost canyon of Nosgoth's frozen wastes, the hushed silences embrace an ancient enigma. In the bowels of this labyrinth, your master awaits.
Oh. This happens sometimes. I'm taking this really safe because I don't want to lose this run. Alright, here we go. Please don't fucking crash on me. Got it! Okay. I don't know why I'm playing this so safe. Oh yeah, I'm super pumped for the remaster, dude. Good. Okay, this is the hard part. Okay. Nice. Nice. I want to say that pause input's frame perfect, but I'm not sure. Two, three. If you see Raziel's head snap, don't worry about it. It's normal. I promise. All right. Okay. I need to like not mash that because I end up just pulling the wings out. Okay. Good. Raven, I see your question. I will answer it. Oh, I almost just stroked the run. Holy fucking shit. There, if I fell there, that was run over. All right, let me just lock in. Good. Good. We're in. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Okay. Fuck. Alright, I got time now. How long does the jump glitch last? I mean, landing and jumping without breaking out. Do you mean like the super speed? Or, do you mean, like the first person mode look around thing? So, if it's the flight glitch, it lasts until you do certain animations. So if you let Raziel walk for too long, that will cancel the flight glitch, like the super speed. If you crouch walk, that will also cancel it. And I think there's a couple of other things, like certain cutscenes will also cancel it. For like the breakout itself, where like you animation cancel with it, the animation cancel is a one-time thing. So as soon as you like let go of the camera buttons, that's when the glitch sort of dissipates, if that makes sense. Also worth mentioning as well, because we're in here in time stop, there's a bunch of like cutscenes that are supposed to play here that we just don't have to watch. It's pretty great. There's like supposed to be a huge lore dump here, I think, and nope, just none of it. And we'll do one more breakout to cancel time stop. And we're in. All right. That felt pretty solid. And the big thing, we get free time save because we didn't.
I'm disappointed.
We didn't have to.
I imagined you'd be here sooner.
I imagined you'd be here sooner.
Did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Oh.
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
All right. This fight should be free as long as I don't fuck it up.
I have faith in you, in your ability to hate, in your self-righteous indignation.
Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this.
Whew.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know.
I think so. I don't know. I think it just shows you a lot of like visions of like the past, present, future kind of nonsense.
As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the boy, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kain. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion.
I have been to the tomb of Seraphan, Kain. Your dirty secret is exposed. How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Kain. These apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
Destiny is a game,
Is it not?
and now you await my latest move.
Holy close. This might be close to record. It's a 102 something, right? Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh no. Fuck, I choked. I just choked record. Holy shit. That's embarrassing. Well, that's unfortunate. But holy shit.
You nearly had me, Raziel.
God damn.
This is not where or how.
What the fuck? Okay, wait.
Fate promises.
I need to double check what record is
before
because
this drama unfolds completely.
that was almost world record. I choked it at the end there for sure.
Be warned, Raziel. Once you cross this threshold,
Yeah, it's a 102.28.
my influence.
I probably would have had it. That's a little unfortunate, but damn. I choked a hit, but I managed to repair it, which is good. So we got second place, and we got a... I am now the second person to have a 102, which is really fucking cool. Yeah, no, game is hard. Yeah. It's been so long, too, since I've got to run to the final boss that it's like, you know... But I mean, shit, like I lost 30 seconds in the Zephon split. I was 11 behind out of the Force route, you know, it's like... And I know there's places throughout that I can improve these goals as well. So it's like... I'm not super bummed, you know, but it's like... Ugh. Feels really fucking good, though, because I know I've been playing good, so it feels good to kind of get rewarded for that a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna turn off global hotkeys and make the... What are they calling it on Blue Sky now? Skeets? I don't fucking know. Oh, that's a good dub, though. I, like, desperately need food. I don't know if I'm gonna call it there with this game or not. Like... I didn't realize I was getting that close to record contention, though. That's really motivating, so... GG's. Holy shit.